What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets Radio. We broadcast live Tuesdays and Friday nights, 8 o'clock. We appreciate everybody that watches these videos and interacts with us, calls into the show. It's been a pretty wild season. The Jets and Adam Gase got a much-needed victory today. They were coming off a week where everybody questioned every facet of the organization, from the owner to general manager to coach to the players to everything else. And they entered this game completely decimated by injuries. No Jamal Adams, no Brian Poole, no Le'Veon Bell. And you kind of thought, you know what, this could be the day that Ryan Fitzpatrick completely torches them, embarrasses them, another revenge game for the Dolphins against the Jets. And it looked like a nightmare on paper. And luckily for the Jets, or fortunate enough for the Jets, that it didn't play out that way. The Dolphins early on lost two players. They lost Devontae Parker and Albert Wilson, two receivers that Ryan Fitzpatrick relies on. And that changes the game dramatically. But you just got to start giving credit to the Jets. First of all, they came out with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and they played for their head coach. We were wondering if the players will play for the coach, if they bought in, are they going to quit, are they going to mail it in? And, I mean, listen, this was a lot of backup players, a lot of role players, and they all contributed. They all played well. So, on offense, Sam Darnold didn't have a great day. He left a lot of plays on the field, threw a terrible interception, took a terrible sack at the end of the game. That late pass interference call completely bailed him out. The Jets don't get that call. Sam Darnold's getting scorched tomorrow. And another thing about Adam Gase, you can question a lot of his play calling, but the one thing he does do is he protects his quarterback all the time. In his press conference, he takes a lot of responsibility for some of these play calls where Sam is missing wide open receivers. He's either making the throw and missing the receiver, or not even seeing wide open receivers. So a little credit for Gase there. In terms of the running game, this is as predicted. Le'Veon Bell not playing, and obviously, Bilal Powell is a much better fit in terms of quick, hit the hole and take off. And it was almost like Adam Gase is kind of being a prick, being like, you know what? These are the running backs that fit my system. Now I'm going to run the ball the way I want to. The writing is on the wall with Le'Veon Bell and the Jets. No need to go into that now. But I will say this, as a longtime Bilal Powell fan, it's nice to see him get some carries, get some acknowledgement, get some yards, and enjoy the victory. So I'm happy for Bilal. Good to see Ty Montgomery involved. Robbie Anderson continues his hot streak with Sam Darnold, fighting more for the ball. That was something that Adam Gase said he talked to him about. He's definitely fighting for the ball more, over 100 yards, nice touchdown, becoming a consistent playmaker in this offense, earning that contract. Now the question is, do you pay him $9 or $10 million to keep him, or let him go get $10 or $11 million per year somewhere else? That's on Joe Douglas. The offensive line play was much better. Sam did take some big hits. I do not know why they don't roll him out. It makes no sense to me. They let him sit in the pocket and endure the rush, but they did play better. Other than that, Ryan Griffin left the game kind of early, which sucked. Jamison Crowder did some things. Demaryius Thomas with 2 or 3 drops, which were just, whatever with that. But so defensively is where Greg Williams gets all the credit in the world, because this defense kept holding the Dolphins to field goals and just finding ways to make plays. Bless Austin played very well. Nate Hairston, who's now at the doghouse just due to injury, played very well. The defensive line was getting after it. And Quinnen Williams, the guy that I've been ridiculously hard on, was coming on, making a lot of impact. Then he gets hurt. There were some terrible penalties on Nathan Shepard, one on Williams, that you're kind of sitting there scratching your head like, what are you guys doing? The one on Shepard I kind of didn't agree with. But, there's just untimely penalties with this defense. But they kept scratching and clawing. Neville Hewitt, Brandon Copeland, Henry Anderson. They refused to lose, man. This is the kind of game that they had a lot of pride. They trying to get just win this game and get back on the right track and just fight for each other and believe in each other. And they got the win. And it's cool. As a Jet fan, listen, it's nothing better than beating the Dolphins. Obviously beating the Patriots, but they needed this win in the worst way. And when Sam took that sack, I'm like, oh my God, you have going to be an awful loss after an awful loss, and you're playing the Ravens. So this kind of quiets the storm. You won't see any of the fire to Adam Gase nonsense. You won't see any of this other stuff. It's a win. It's a much-needed win. The team bounced back. They found the way. They grinded it out. Comeback victory. The penalty is what it is. They got it. It was the right call, and that's it. And the kicker missed an extra point, Ficken, and you're like, oh, like here we go again. And then the game on the line, he made the kick too. So all in all, a good day for the Jets. It's ugly, but I'd rather win ugly than lose ugly, because losing ugly sucks. So we'll talk about all this Tuesday night. Yes, it's Ravens week, but listen, I'm not worried about that game, and I'm not going to sit here and try to lie to you and find ways the Jets are going to beat them. I'm just going to enjoy this victory because the hated Dolphins And that's it. See what happens Thursday night. Talk to you then.